Grand Rise, Willie Whittle. It shall be dope. This is the pod. Let's get into it. So some days I'm in my positive bag, and I think all my messages are positive because it's just how you see it, how what type of light you listen to it in. So stick with me on this concept. When I usually talk about villain vision and the way that villains see things, they have this distinctive drive about themselves where they know that they can see a greater good in the thought processes that they have. They sit down and they push for their goals, their dreams. You know what I mean? So a villain to sit there and say like, I want to take over the world, and for whatever reason, it's the least popular opinion amongst the masses. Right? So whenever you see a villain, you immediately think, well, where's the hero? And a lot of the times when you think of the heroes in a villain's monologue, in a villain situation, then they're actually like the dream crushers of the villains. Now, mind you, some villains, their visions are, uh, when you talk about comic books or something deeper and like cartoons or anime or whatever, they set villains up to really be the bad guys. But don't we teach our kids to go out and get as much as they can or go get more and always push for their dreams? Don't we tell other people, tell our friends to push their visions forward and do everything in their power to believe in them? So at the end of the day, this is how villains are created. And for me, I think one of the key pieces of internal, like being a villain at heart, is no one's going to thank you for the contributions that you put forth that may have helped somebody. No one's going to thank you for being the person who you used to be. Right now, when you become this villain, there's no going back. There is no, oh, well, when I was nice and when I was like cool trying to just figure it all out and no one was there to help me, then, there's no, hey, where's that guy at? We loved that guy because they didn't give you recognition when you were there before. They didn't give you that same love, that same admiration, that same just simple kindness before. They put you in a position to say, okay, your time was just your time. You could have done better with it, or you could have, you know, embraced this this mundane lifestyle with us, just keeping you in this place. And the vision is not to stay in the same place. The vision is to grow. So when you start growing and you start moving forward, and then you start realizing that some of the people that you was rocking with wasn't rocking with you to begin with, you start seeing something and you say, well, in my soul, I don't need you. I don't need you. And then when they find out that you figured it out, then now it becomes, oh well, he can just go on. He can just keep going. But what happened to him? Right? What happened to that person? What happened to her who changed? Why does she want to pursue this? Why does he want to pursue that now? Well, we're not supposed to stay in the same place. We're not supposed to be the same people that we were 1, 2, 3, 5 years ago. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to be stuck in our way. We're supposed to dream. We're supposed to push forward. We're supposed to grow. And sometimes that growth puts you in a place to really isolate your mind from the BS ideals of other people. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go to the same place that you want to go. Your vision is your vision. Everybody can't do the same thing that you want to do. You might find some people with some common liked interests, but you have to buckle down and remember that it is your path. And the boldest villains know that they have to walk that path alone. They know that the statement that they're making is not for the masses. It's not for everybody else. It's for them. You know, I pushed myself through one of the conversations that I had, and I was praising Magneto for him, you know, telling humans, especially in X-Men 97. You got to check out X-Men 97. I know I spoke on it a little bit before, but for him to be the villain that he was, and because of one person, right? He only for Charles Xavier, he decided to change upon his thought. He thought he died, right? And he said, for him, I put aside what I feel in my heart and soul, because he had one friend that understood him, but he knew he was a villain, right? And they fought. He was like, I know you a villain, bro. But the concept of Magneto was, I don't give a shit about these humans. They don't give a shit about us. So if they don't, then why should I care? I'm trying to push us forward, and I don't care who gets hurt in the process. And then you have, you know, Charles Xavier, who says everybody can coexist. It could be all love. It'd be great. That would be great if it was all love. However, the truth of the matter is it's not. You got people who are going to push their agenda. They're going to push their views. They're going to push what they feel. And at the end of the day, we get to be who we are. And sometimes it turns into us defending our honor. Sometimes it just turns into us trying to be better people. And sometimes us being better people, some people may not like that you're growing into something that they can't control anymore. And when they see that, they get uncomfortable. They get weird. They get dismissive. And that's cool, because I'm not trying to worry about your feelings. And that's when you become the villain, when you stop caring about other people's feelings. You stop caring about how, hey, oh, they're upset. That's going to influence me to go back. Like, that don't even sound right. So nobody's going to say, hey, what happened to that nice, sweet young man who used to get, you know, crapped on every day? Or, hey, he used to get a raw deal. You know, the nice guy finished last whole concept is crazy, because you sit there and you try to be cordial and you try to be nice, and you get ran over. You get steamrolled over. Buses get rolled over you. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's a crazy concept that even people who try to do it in their best interest, some people they just don't know that they're not equipped with trying to handle other people, which also is crazy to me, because, to be honest, it's just kindness, right? It's, at the end of the day, be kind to everybody. Be kind. But when you be kind to everybody, you also have to make sure that you stay in your path. And my path is, to me, a positive one. My path is to grow and get to my what my peace looks like, right? There's a certain drive of success and what I envision success as. There's some people across the country that feel like success is something totally different to them. Some people may say, you know, success is travel. Like, if I'm traveling once a year, I'm successful. All right, that's a good vision. If I'm sitting at home at peace and I don't have to work anymore, like, in a good way, like, not in a, you know, God forbid kind of way, but if I'm able to have money in the bank and not work anymore, that's successful. Heck, if I do have to go to work every day and, you know, everybody is provided for and I'm comfortable, that's successful. Who knows? Do I get a promotion? Do I want a promotion? Am I good where I'm at? Am I stable? Am I doing this? Am I doing... There's a whole lot of ways where people view the concept of success. But when you put it behind a vision that is, the least popular opinion amongst the masses, then that's when it becomes, oh, well, that's not right. You know what I mean? And there's some things that, some people just shouldn't do. We understand right from wrong. But when you think about the vision, my goal is to be successful. Okay. Well, what are you willing to do to get it? Is totally on your morality compass, right? As long as your moral compass is floating the right way, then that's cool. But as a villain, I told you what my goal is. I'm trying to get here, and I don't care what you think. I really don't. Like, I don't. Not you guys. I care what y'all think. But I'm saying, like, when you in emotion of your daily functions, or you process down your mission to peace, right? You care only about the people who's going to support your vision, right? You can't get anywhere without understanding your own self support, without you understanding that you and your vision is believed in by you, and you can do it. My whole Sunrise Assassin initiative is based off of people getting up early and making sure that they are focused on what their plan is for the day. That way, before the sun comes up, you're already killing it. That's what the Sunrise Assassin initiative is. So, me getting up recording at 6 o'clock in the morning because my alarm is already set for 5 o'clock in the morning, which I usually get up at like 4:30 anyway, because my internal alarm clock is set for me to just be up. It turns into, how do I make time within this 2 hour, 3 hour data set, right? And how do I set the day for me up for success, for my success, for what I want my vision to be, what's going to help me push down my path to peace. And if you sleep, that's cool. Like, everybody is to each his own. There's some people who was like, I was talking to the other day, and they said, man, I want to go to the gym. And I'm like, that's what's up. And I told them what time I go into the gym in the morning, and they said, I got to work that out. That's cool. Like, also, I'll be there. You don't have to do it if you have your own plan of action in place. Our two plans do not have to coincide, and that is totally okay, right? It'll be dope, but it doesn't have to coincide like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the way I spend my downtime versus the way you spend your downtime, two different directions. So understand, like, the vision that I have in my head doesn't have to be the same vision that you have in your head, but you're going to respect it. You're going to respect it. And by that, I mean, like, there's a line between respect and disrespect. I respect, within a certain few that I don't. I respect everyone. And when I see you, meet you, you get my respect. There is no, hey, you got to earn it or whatever, but it is a free trial. And it's up to you if that free trial expires or if you continue membership. And that's the type of place that we need to be in with our hearts, with our respect levels, right? Don't be disrespected. Come on. Nobody should be disrespectful. But if you have your mission and your path in place, I'm not going to deter you, and I hope you don't try to deter me, because that is where you actually get to see where the villain kicks in. There's been a lot of mixed views, turmoil, just, one of those things that, election years bring around, and not just election years, but people who, when you put two strong-willed people in certain places, or you try to accomplish something and there's so many opinions in a room or in an area, it's tricky. It's a tricky concept, and you just have to know who you are. You got to stay true to yourself. So one of the things that I truly believe in is my vision. And if nobody else believes in it, I'll be the villain. I'm okay with that. I've been okay with that. Like in my soul, I feel like I'm a villain already because I have the least popular opinion sometimes. And you really got to be able to stand on that and say, I don't care if you like it or not. But nobody, goes and thinks about the person who you were before. They don't think about that until they see the monster that you've become. And make sure that monster is really focused on that path, on that whatever your goal is, whatever your why is when you get up every day. Make sure that beast that wakes up knows what it is and they go for it. But remind you, we do got to be kind and respectful. If somebody tries to challenge that, that's a different ball game. But as long as you move down your path to peace, respectful and with love, just know it shall be dope. Thank you.